I had never planned to return to that house. It had been almost 7 years since I last stepped into my best friend Ian's place, the old wooden home on the hill with the creaking stairs, the mango tree outside the back window, and the memories I had tried so hard to bury. Life had taken me far away, to another city, another job, another world. But one phone call from Ian changed everything. He needed help with some legal papers for his father's property. I hadn't seen him in years, but he sounded desperate, so I said yes. Maybe I wanted an excuse to face the past, or maybe someone from that past. I arrived late in the evening, rain dripping from the roof, the lights inside dim and warm. The gate still squeaked. The porch still smelled like wet wood. Everything felt frozen in time. And then, as I pushed the door open, the memory hit me like a wave, her laugh echoing from upstairs, her footsteps running down the corridor, her voice calling my name in the summer heat. Sana, Ian's older sister. The girl I had loved silently, foolishly, with a heart too young and too scared to confess. I stepped inside and called out, "Ian," but only the hum of the ceiling fan answered me. The living room was quiet. A few boxes were stacked near the sofa. A lamp flickered in the corner. I put my bag down and looked around, nostalgia pulling at my ribs. And then I heard a soft sound, a breath, a shift. From the stairs. I turned, and there she was, standing halfway up the staircase, her hand on the railing, her long hair falling over her shoulder, wearing an oversized sweater like she always used to. Her eyes were wide with something I couldn't read, shock, ache, recognition. "Sana," I whispered. She didn't move for a moment, not a blink, not a breath. Then slowly she walked down one step, the floor creaking just like it did years ago, and in a voice too fragile to belong to the girl I remembered, she whispered, "You came back for me, didn't you?" My heart stuttered. Everything inside me froze. 7 years of silence, distance, mistakes, all pulled into that one sentence. I swallowed hard. I came to see Ian, he called me. The smallest smile tugged at the corner of her lips, but it wasn't a happy smile. It was sad, tired, as if she already knew my answer, but she asked anyway. She walked down another step, the light catching her face, and I finally saw what time had done. She looked older, not by age but by experience. Her eyes held stories I didn't know. Her shoulders carried weight I couldn't name. "I heard you come in," she whispered. "For a second, just one, I thought you came for me." My chest tightened. I didn't know what to say. The last time I was in that house, she had been standing on those same stairs, asking me why I was leaving without saying goodbye. I had been young, stupid, insecure. I panicked and ran instead of answering. And she never forgave me. Until maybe now. "I didn't know you were here," I finally said, my voice low. "Ian didn't mention." "No," she cut in softly, "he never does. He doesn't know how to explain what happened to me." I frowned. "Happened?" She breathed in, slow and shaky, and came down the last few steps. Now she was standing just meters away from me. "It's been a long time," she said with a weak smile. "You didn't even look surprised to see me." "I'm very surprised," I said honestly. "I just didn't know what I'm allowed to feel anymore." Her eyes softened. "You always were careful," she whispered, "always scared of wanting too much." Before I could respond, she stepped closer. "Do you know," she said, "I stood in that window every summer for 2 years, hoping you'd walk up the road again. Sana. But you didn't, and eventually life moved me somewhere I never wanted to be." Her hands trembled slightly. I noticed it. "What do you mean?" I asked. She looked down. "It doesn't matter now." "It does." She lifted her gaze, and I saw pain behind it, deep, unspoken pain. "I got married." The words cut through me, even though I had no right to feel hurt. But the way she said it, broken, defeated, made something inside me twist sharply. "It wasn't love," she added quickly. It was arranged, rushed, unexpected, and everyone kept saying it was the right choice. "What happened?" I asked quietly. Her throat bobbed as she swallowed. "He left, 2 years ago. Divorce finalized last year. I moved back here because this house feels like the only place that hasn't given up on me." The room felt heavy. "Sana, I'm sorry you went through that." She laughed a little dry, tired. "I didn't tell you so you'd pity me." "I don't pity you." "Then why do you look at me like that?" "Like what?" "Like you're remembering everything we never said." I looked away because she was right. Every unspoken feeling between us hung thick in the air. "You should rest," I finally said. It was all I could think of. "I'll wait for Ian." But she shook her head softly. "Don't go upstairs. He won't be back till morning." I blinked. "What?" She smiled faintly. "He called you here, then got stuck out of town with his friends. That's why I asked you." She stepped closer again, her voice barely audible. "You came back for me, didn't you?" This time she wasn't teasing, she wasn't assuming, she was pleading. Deep down she wanted the truth. I exhaled, long, heavy. "Yes," I whispered. Her eyes softened instantly. "Yes, Sana, part of me came back for you." Her lips parted slightly, like she had been waiting years to hear that. Then slowly, she turned and walked toward the staircase again. "Come with me," she said softly, not looking back. "There's something I want to show you." I followed her up the old wooden steps, each one groaning under our weight. We walked down the hallway, past her old room, past Ian's room, until she stopped at a small door I had never seen open. She pushed it gently, and the room filled with moonlight streaming from a skylight above. The walls were covered with drawings, photos, letters, pieces of her entire life pinned like fragile memories. And on the far wall, I froze. There were sketches of me. Dozens of them. Some from when I was 17, some from when I was 20, some from imaginations, older versions of me she had drawn, wondering how I'd look years later. I breathed, "You kept these." She nodded quietly. I couldn't throw them away, even when I wanted to. I stepped closer to the drawings, my heart beating unevenly. "You never said anything." "How could I?" she whispered. "You were leaving and I didn't want to hold you back." "Sana, why show me now?" "Because," she said, walking beside me, "I'm tired of pretending I forgot you. I'm tired of acting strong. I'm tired of waiting at the top of the stairs every time a car stops outside." She looked up at me, tears glistening in her eyes. "I thought I was imagining things when I heard the door tonight, but then I felt it. I felt you. I just knew it was you." My breath caught. "And when I saw you standing there," she continued, her voice breaking, "it felt like the 7 years became 7 seconds." The room was silent, except for the rain tapping on the glass above us. "I don't know what happens now," I said softly. "I don't know if I deserve a place in your life anymore." "You don't have to know," she whispered. "Just don't leave again without telling me why." Her hands brushed mine, soft, unsure, trembling. I froze. And then she whispered again, but this time her voice cracked with raw emotion. "You came back for me, didn't you?" This time I didn't hesitate. I took her hand gently, slowly bringing it to my chest. "Not just for you," I said softly, "because of you." Her eyes closed, as if those words held warmth she'd been starved of. For a long moment, we stood like that, in the moonlit room filled with 7 years of unsent feelings. She leaned her forehead against mine, inhaling shakily. "Stay tonight, just stay, not for anything else, just so I know this moment is real." I nodded. We sat by the window talking until dawn, about everything we lost, everything we feared, everything we never said. Her laughter returned in tiny pieces. Her walls fell 1 inch at a time, and my heart, which had wandered for years, felt like it finally found home again. When morning light spilled into the old house, she whispered one last time, softer than ever. "I'm glad you came back." And for the first time in 7 years, I whispered back, "I never stopped thinking about you."